Evening all, and welcome back to Factory Town. So, I've left the game running for quite a while actually, in about an hour and a half, and we are on 20 points of logistics. This is going slowly because the paper's not going very fast, but I have actually been watching these carts go backwards and forwards to get stone. I've added another cart, and we now have carts set to I think we've got coal, iron, stone, and coal, iron, stone, so there's two carts of each type. And it's not keeping up with the stone demand. Obviously the coal and iron are capped because they're not being used at the moment because, well, things are starting to get full now. So hopefully we'll be able to pick up a bit. Be able to get a reserve going. But if these aren't keeping up with demand for just the stone, and really we've only got like one shop using the stone. This one does use stone but is waiting for wool. I have actually added a second cart grabbing wool from, so we've got two carts coming forward, but most of the time it's waiting for wool. If these are not going to keep up with demand for that, we could add more trains, more carts to the system, but it's just not, it's not working. For the raw materials, it's not working. I mean, once everything's processed and comes back, you don't need as high a demand of things. So I'd like to figure out a way of getting the resources from these mines over to here. Faster. I had an idea in mind, but it's kind of scuppered by the base being in the centre there. If it wasn't there, I could run chutes straight down the centre and make everything look really nice, but as it stands, we'd have to go round the base or over the base. I'm not a big fan of going over, I think. Yeah, I'm really not sure whether whether I want to sort of go. I mean, I have kind of boxed myself in as well. That's the problem. There's no gaps between those houses, so I can't run it somewhere else. I don't want to run it along here somewhere because, though I could run it along there, it would seem a little odd to do that. I'm kind of thinking maybe maybe I could change the rail system up a little bit. Definitely need a return line for the rest. I'm a little sort of indecisive what to do here. I have been watching the kitchen as well, and the kitchen's actually running out of fish. That's the reason it's slowed down. This cart is not delivering the fish fast enough. So I can't really add a second cart there though because there's not enough. It's stuck on the roads. So yeah, that one's kind of yeah. Yeah, I think if. My idea was to put chutes on these scaffold blocks. I can't remember what they're called now. Wooden pillar scaffold, that's the one. And do the wonderful thing where you can have, say we go up two and we put a chute in. Carts can still get underneath that. It does look a little weird when they do, but they can get underneath that. Then you can go up another one, and I think. No, you need to go up two. Put in another chute. So I think actually it did work with conveyors, so maybe that would work. Well, I think that does work. I think that would allow you to send three, and the idea behind that would be we'd have one chute running down the centre with all three goods on: the coal, the iron, and the stone. And when it gets here, you just have the first chute go to that one, the second chute goes to that one, the third chute go to that one. And that'd be fine. And then we get rid of these stops here, extend the rail out, and have our drop-off points hit with another rail system in there doing things. So that's the idea. Obviously, we have other pickups we need as well. So our rail system needs to basically our drop-offs need to be this side, and our pickups that side. And we have to have a rail system that goes along here round to wherever it needs to go to, and then when it comes back, it goes to here because it will drop off its goods there. So that's a thing. That's going to be complicated to make because things are going to travel all over the place. I mean, for instance, wool needs to travel to this barn here, this workshop here. But I've not really left gaps for the rails in mind, so we don't know whether it's going to be a good idea or not. One other thing that did dawn on me as well is I've done all these wonderful things with the rails, put them up high, and it looks nice. I really do like the way it's turned out looking. But I could have left them on the ground level, because carts can actually drive over rail blocks. I've completely forgot that carts can just, like a level crossing, they can drive straight over them, so they don't block the way. So I could have potentially just had a rail line going on the floor along there, and it would have worked just as well. But I didn't, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, I'm really tempted to do that, but I just don't know how to start it off. I mean, once we get to here, it's fine. I could run 3 down here like this, and there'd be no issue whatsoever. And I don't really think we could leave the fence underneath it, because you can't straddle a fence. No, you can't. And I wouldn't want to have it block that exit there, although that wouldn't particularly matter. It would matter here, cause all sorts of problems. So couldn't go up and over because you can't go up with chutes. I don't really know. Yeah, you may notice there's some new effects as well. We've got the highlights are a lot clearer to see now. I like that. That's another fantastic change. It's really well done. Just total. And also, when you mouse over things now, it actually tells you where your cart's going. It used to do it before and then stopped, now it's doing it again. See there, we have two carts. That we have 2 carts. One currently delivering to here, and the other one driving around there. That's working again now. It's only starting to build slowly, but I think that's the issue that I get. If we're not keeping up with stone, once we actually start full production stuff going, our iron and coal is just not going to keep up. So I think I'm going to make this change. I think I'm going to do it. And we do also need more log storage, plank storage. Sorry, I don't think this is enough. Again, I kind of wish I hadn't built the houses around the base now, because I could have the base with some. Stored more in the base, but every time you play a game of this, you figure out how to do something a bit more efficiently, and then when you start playing it again, you forget all about that and build things wrong. Although the train system is something I learned from the last one, and I quite like this. So yeah, right. So let's see, if I was to build these into the centre and along, I don't know how I'd get round the base. That's the problem. Can't dig a tunnel underneath. That'd be awesome, but I can't. I don't really want to just go around, because that will look really, really janky, and I don't like to hear that. Tempted to go up and over, then that would look really weird as well. We don't know how to exactly do this. Once I get logistics going, I could do a mini railway system there. Which is a little excessive. I don't know how. I know what I want to do. I don't know how to do it with the base being there, and I can't move the base. The base is one thing I cannot move. Right, let me move it, which would be nice if it could. Because over there, we can't copy the base. You can't put another one. I'd put it over there, and maybe like overlooking the town instead. Yeah, my brain's just all of a sudden gone, why don't you move the town instead? No. I could move the town. We could easily move the town to being over here or over there, and then move the road over a couple. That would work wonders. I'd move the road this way a bit, and then put the town over there. Then have the road come in into the town. But no, that would work. It's something doable, but I don't really want to do that now. Right, okay, what I'm going to do is we're just going to deal with it as it is for a minute. I'm going to put in some extra rail carts. I'll put in 5 extra rail carts. We'll tell them to turn the hell around because they're way. And they can all be filtered to stone. And this is just a temporary solution to get the stone going, because it's struggling. Once we've filled up on all the bits and pieces, no, turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around. What the hell? Turn around, turn around, turn around, stop, turn around. Okay, so the rotate tool works on carts, but the actual back option doesn't. That's interesting. Anyway, hopefully that's going to give us some more stone. That'll definitely give us some more stone. Hopefully that will catch up on stuff. We are starting to get a little bit of an excess of stone, which is fine, but I want to carry on building these bridges, and this costs 4 stone to go, so that's going to give me 10 blocks, which is not enough. Not enough at all. But wooden bridges, that would work better. Wooden bridges with stone road on top of them. That would have been fantastic. Then we could do the whole these poles down. But anyway, I digress. What are we actually going to do in this episode? I've been waffling on for about 10 minutes now, and we've done nothing other than me just say what I want to do, but we can't. This is working fine. It's actually gaining pies, so I might put in a second cart for this one here. You want you to grab apple pies, and I'll drop off the apple pie into the general goods, specialty goods, that one there. So, there we go. Yes, okay, so that's going to have a second apple pie system on it. Again, I don't know why they take that red route, but they do. We need to upgrade houses. We need to get the reinforced planks. So that's probably the next thing going to be on the list here, which means we desperately need to upgrade our wood system, because this just isn't good enough at the moment. It's struggling. So what if we were to adjust the land there, and then build another one of these sort of systems here. Build that, build a silo in a silo can be wood. Can be wood. Okay. And I'm going to pause the game. Look at where our wooden planks currently are. We've got one there. You're going to be changed to wooden planks to there, and the other one is that one there. You're going to change wooden planks to there. And I'm going to grab 2 carts, and I'm going to move that one here. There. You are going to go wooden planks to there, and you are going to go wooden planks to there. Okie dokie. and of course they're going to do that whole wonderful drive around in very strange ways thing. There because of the rails, that's fine. Don't really want to do that there anyway, now I think about it. Works here, but I don't think it would work for that situation there. Okay, so you're doing your job, you're getting planks there, that just gives us planks a little bit closer. Is it a machine shop that makes them? It is not, it's a workshop. Yes, you make it. So you require nails, you require iron plates, and you require planks. So it needs access to iron plates, and it needs access to this barn of nails here, which is where things get complicated, because to feed that off and somewhere means I've got to run it along and down, and this is where the layout to this actual system doesn't quite work as well as I'd hoped. I'm actually thinking I might move that barn up to here. If I move that barn up to there, then we can put in another workshop, say here. Clear these resources out here because we don't need them. Okay, and we can then do our filters to iron plates anyway. We're going to grab a conveyor belt and we're going to go like so. Are we? Don't think I want to do that. No, I think I want to go up. Two, isn't it? Yeah. Or can no? It can be three. It can be three. I'm not so sure about that actually. And you are going to take out nails because we're going to switch over you to being nail production. Okay, we'll grab a wagon quick and say you take nails to there, and you're going to be a nail one. Okay, I'm not sure whether that's actually going to work or not. Let's turn on nails. Turn off nails. It does distract nails, cool. So that's okay. So you can go up 3 and then put conveyors in because the conveyors sit slightly down inside. So that's okay, and then you can actually remove the ones underneath. Odd, but yeah, that's fine. Okay, so you're going to get nails there, right? Which means we cannot come off of, well, we can come off of there. We go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. Come down. Then no, we can leave it like that, and we'll go and put it off conveyor belt. Oh, no, no, can't do that. Why can't we do that? There we go. Right, okay, okay. So you are going to be set to making no, not pickaxes. My mind has gone blank. Reinforced planks. That's what we're doing. Reinforced planks. Okie dokie. And I really don't want to run this on the floor. Really don't want to run this on the floor. That with you. That's fine. I can just do that for the minute, and we'll split that. In fact, let's do that straight away before I forget. There's a splitter, and we'll put in a little bits there just to make it look good. I'm actually thinking about changing that little bit up there. I did. That. By 4. Oh. Then did that there. That would sit inside like that. Put in another conveyor belt facing that way there. Or what we want to do is bring up this one. So I'm thinking of either going up or over or under. I think I could go under. I'm just trying to keep the conveyor belts off the ground. That's the idea here. If I can keep them off the ground, then I haven't got to worry so much about the carts and stuff, because we're still going to have lots of carts doing things underneath here. Can't do it there. Okay, right. So it will need to come down one there. Can't see what I'm doing. That. And then on this side it will have to go up one, but it can't do that because it needs a support block. Even though it hasn't got one. Don't quite understand that, but no. Well, right. And then does not look like any carts can get underneath there, does it? I think I might be doing some things in vain here a little bit. There. Okay, but that will work. That would work. It's just because it puts it on scaffold rather than on arches. Right, how expensive are arches? Wooden arches are 2 and wooden pillars are 2. So a scaffold is 2, so it doesn't particularly matter. I mean, I could remove all that and put in, well, I don't really want to put in any extra ones underneath, but I could, is what I mean here. I mean, I could I remove those those there. I went and put in the wooden arches. So that's okay looking. I don't mind that. I think that looks better than the other ones. I don't know why. It's not about looks, it's supposed to be about efficiency, but you know what? damn it, I like it looking good as well. Yeah, that looks much better. Much better than having those big blocks. I may do that in other places as well. Like here, we got loads going on there. I don't mind. It's a bit of a waste of resources. I do need to store more planks. That's the problem. But I can figure out plank storage. I mean, we can get extra barns and stuff. I would like an upgrade for the barn that could store more, like a bigger barn. I know everything is 3x3 with very few exceptions. You've got the silos and stuff like that. But you know, a 5x5 barn would be quite nice. Mega storage. Even if it had a mega storage that didn't have auto output, had to manually grab from it, I'd be fine with that. Manually grab from it, but it can still be used as actual storage. That would be good. Okay. So we want to put in a grabber there, and in theory, that should give you everything you need apart from wood. Let's do the wood as well. Doing the wood manually. We have got a road down here. Need to find this slightly. I can't because those pillars. Luckily you can do that, which is a little weird, but can be done. I think it uses special Minecraft logic there for using its physics, but yeah, there we go. Okay, so yeah, things look a little weird there, but yeah, that's going to get everything it needs to get, and then just needs to output to on, which I suppose I'm going to put there. Break that off like so, and we're going to go that, oh, boom, to the grabber. There we go, and you are going to store reinforced planks. Okie dokie, so that all works. We're just still manually grabbing wood because I don't know where I'd put wood. I mean, with this system here, this input here, you can technically get 4 conveyors in. You've only got 3 blocks high you can extract from, but technically because of the way conveyors and chutes sit inside the wooden pillars, or even the stone pillars, you can get 4. So you can have 4 inputs and 4 outputs on a single building, which is quite useful. It's quite, you see there, it does all fit, it does all slide in there, so I could also have wood coming in underneath here, and it would still technically leave space underneath for a cart to come through. It would look weird because the carts would poke through the conveyors above, but it is still a possibility. If I put in a conveyor belt there, you'll see what I mean as that cart comes along. Where are you, cart? You. He's sort of, the top of the cart ends up inside the conveyor. You don't see the cart through the conveyor. I think if they're carrying something like stone or something, one of the ones that pops up a bit, you see the stone pops up, the coal and stone and iron pops up slightly above that, you see through it. But items that are flat isn't so bad, so that's okay. And I could technically put stone on that chute there. So you can have a central bus of 3 lines of conveyors or chutes, which is exactly what I wanted to do here with these chutes. I wanted the central bus of 3 chutes, which will be for stone, coal and iron. Really, coal and iron's the only thing that's needed. Stone could be brought in manually, but as we've seen, stone is a bit of an issue. Yeah, I need to turn off those stone cuts. I think they are. I think these 5 are done. They can't really drop anymore. So if I change them over to be, say, magic rails, this means they won't pick anything up. They'll drop off the goods they've got, but they won't be able to pick anything else up unless I somehow manage to put magic rails onto the train system before I've even researched mana, which would be interesting. Yeah, and that way they can drop off their stone, so when the stone demand comes along again, they can drop off their stone, which is still now, we're still demanding some form of stone. Obviously, I think these carts are filling up at the moment, but as they come along, they'll drop off their stone, they'll end up being empty, and then later on I can just remove them because they're empty, so that'd be fine. Rails as well, I kind of want to double the storage up on rails. I think that's going to be a good idea. We're currently storing 200, went to 400, I think that would be a good idea. So I'm going to do that by just putting in a conveyor belt there. So, rails. Metal conveyor belts, I'm not really concerned with. I don't seem to be using metal conveyor belts that much at all. Be sure. I don't see any more cloth conveyor belts in there. Where do we have any cloth conveyor belts anywhere? We do apparently. I'm not sure where. Oh, in here we've got cloth conveyor. Yeah. So maybe it is time to switch over to metal conveyor belts. I think I also have a cart here that's trying to pick up, yeah, cloth conveyor belts. So let's do that. Let's go to our paths, metal conveyor belts, go shift 2. Yes, there we go. We've upgraded to metal now, so we're only going to be using metal conveyor belts. And when I replace these, they will end up into the base, and then the base will, the cart will come and grab them easily, which is fine. So I might let's just upgrade a couple now. So let's do these ones to start with. That one and that one, because I do kind of feel as if the stonemason could definitely do with it. Although we could use chutes there, like we could use chutes here technically. Yeah. We're also going to go with metal conveyor belts. That, because coal and that is important. We're probably going to get to a point where we need coal somewhere else as well, and it's going to really screw me up because I've just put that barn in the way. Yeah, didn't think about that. Bit late now. That's fine. If I was to redo this, it would definitely be I would definitely have that 3 high central bus, and then it will come into here, and the exit from it would probably be, we'd have iron, we'd have coal, maybe. I don't think many places actually use coal. Maybe not. Maybe we'll just have iron like we have on a bus. I'm saying the word bus because of Factorio. So, but you know, where you have the central, your copper line and your iron line and your coal line coming in, and then they split off going to where you've got the 3 lines coming down, or 6 lines coming down. 3 lines, usually you double them up, but yeah, all coming down, and then you have them split off and go places. In that, obviously, you can go up and over things. You can go underground. You can do other things as well. Here you got 3D, so it's not so bad. You know, I could have had 3 main lines come along, and then whenever they need to just circle off, we could do things like that. It becomes a little more complicated to do that than not. But I've just thought of something that could fix that actually. Because silos can do that. If you had, let me show you. Before I do anything, I just want to. Yep, I thought so. I'm going to remove that animal feed. I'm going to lock this slot to metal conveyor belts, and I'm going to lock that slot to. No, I'm not, because it's. Difficult to know which ones are locked and which ones aren't. Those ones obviously are locked. I've got rails in there, that's fine. Don't need flour. Let's remove the flour. Let's lock that one to cloth conveyor belts. And then as they get emptied, that's fine. We've got some leather and milk as well. Why have apples, tomatoes? To upgrade the base, we need. Oh, yeah, we need mana crystals. Oh. We can't do that. We haven't even researched mana. Nope. Okay. So what else do I want to do? I would like to extend the school, sort of. I'd like to get in a system here where I can actually make books rather than that, because books are 10, and to make a book requires a workshop. So let's have a look, see here. To do a book, and it's 4 paper and 1 leather. So I mean, 4 paper is 4, and a book gives you 10, and it requires a piece of leather and technically a citizen. So yeah, I think that's probably going to be where I want to go with this. I again want to extend this that way. Going with the idea of building a bridge this way. A bridge here, connect it up to that one there. Then it can have an offshoot going that way to there. Where would that be? Where would that be? That would be right on the edge there. Wow. Okay. That could be an interesting bridge. I don't have enough stone to build it anyway. I could do it out of planks. Don't have planks. I really need to get this storage going properly. Let's then I don't really know how to do that. I don't think I need to extend anything on this at the moment. I think it's we'll leave it for the moment. That's okay. I do want to get leather over there, but I would need a bridge to do that, because then we need to bring over leather from here, which is doable with a cart, he says. I don't think carts can drive up and down that. I think I can keep them. So I might have to put in some stairs there. Let's do that right now. Which is really odd, because yes, carts can go up and downstairs, as we discovered. I don't think that's intentional, but they can. So yeah, and that way they can get down there. If I need to get the leather, I could grab it by cart. Yeah, we don't know how to do that. I suppose I could always have this as dedicated to being just wood storage. Wood storage go along there and build more barns. Yeah, I think I could do that. I could put 3 barns in instead, and we'd have 600. Like more than that. I'd like 5 barns or something for that, I think. But then I'd also like another barn for Andlewood. Nah. And getting this bridge to come over and connect up would be odd. We'd come up and connect them to either a turn, or if we went straight across, it would end up right there. It would be very odd. We'll go off into oblivion because there's nothing over there. Cool. I'm kind of getting to the point where I don't know where to go next or do the stuff I want to do, but I need more resources. Many more resources. So I think it is going to be a simple case of I just basically need to let the game go for a while and just let my resources build up. Right, you're all empty now, so you can... I I want to say go, but then I don't know what you break it down into. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to build a little rail there, and we are going to grab these them on this rail here, or the other. Yes, you want the other one. Have you move, grab, and then there we go. So we've got 5 rail carts there, just stuck. Yeah, there we go. So they're just sat there ready for whatever's needed, whenever it's needed. Again, if we could remove the actual filter off of boats, that'd be great, because I could then transport these logs via boat, and then I could transport leather via boat as well, and yeah, we'd have to get leather over to here to do it. Then we need a workshop over here as well. Not really something I want to do on that island. I did want that island to just be purely for wood. It means the skull should come off there, and need another lumber mill somewhere for the school. I mean, the school could go here. A schoolhouse would make sense near the town. We just need to create books. We've got trees. We have a rail system that could bring in leather. Technically, although I'm not sure how I would filter out the leather going down that way, because at the moment we just literally have it set to bread. And I can't unfortunately like stack them or anything, so I can't say do bread and this and that and the other until we get advanced logistics. So I think I'm going to have to let the game go until advanced logistics is done, which is going to be a very, very long time, I reckon. I reckon it's going to be a very long time indeed. So yeah, for now we're kind of ended. Well, not ended. We're kind of at the end of this little chapter until we get our new research unlocked, basically. So yeah, I will obviously. I think I'm going to let the game run again, as I said before, and just try to catch up on the research a bit. Hopefully we'll be able to just let our resources build a little bit as well. I'm going to add another barn here. I think. Yeah, we'll have another barn there. Put in a layer. So we've got double the amount of storage, and that just means I need to switch over my wagons. Wood planks. Wooden planks to. Oh, I don't know where you were going. Hold on. You were going to that one there. So wooden planks to there. Okay. So you are struggling for wooden planks now. That makes. You are putting wooden planks to there, and you are wooden planks there. Okay. Wood is our weak point here. I really don't know how to speed this process up. Because, well, put in extra workers in there, I suppose, and have many more logs come out and just generally speed this process up. And I think I probably want a silo outside here. And hopefully that will stop our bloody carts arguing so much. Right. Okay, so you're not quite processing the logs fast enough for how many you're getting. And it's 16. That seems about right. There we go. Okay, that seems like a good balance. So 5 people in there, 9 people in there. That seems to work pretty well. Okay, I could run a chute straight over. Well, I couldn't. I could run a conveyor straight over, but no, this will have to do for the time being. Not actually increasing, so we're going to probably want another wagon doing this. Another wagon in there. We go. The only drawback we got is maybe he's going to chop all these trees down and then we'll be stuffed, which does kind of look like it's possible, but that's going to be a story. This was all supposed to be temporary. This was not supposed to be a permanent fixture here. I think I wanted to put the forest over this side, which means he would have directly fed into these barns here, so I wasn't going to bring any wood in from there because we couldn't do the boat thing. If I could do the boat thing, that would become my solid. But I would have put probably more foresters on here. I would put 2, maybe 4 foresters on here, and then have them all go out to the coast, like down here. Then this hardened out, but we can't do that with boats. That's a shame. A shame. Anyway, yes, I think we're going to call this episode here, and then find out we've run out of it. You see, this is the problem. We're getting demand up and it's not coming here. So I will try and figure out a solution to building the chutes. I'm just thinking about doing it. Just put the chutes in. Put the chutes in here. See what happens. We're gonna have to have it above the train lines. It has to be slightly up in the air anyway. I'm just really not sure how I can do it with these fences in the way, because I can't put in the line. Go right up in the air. What if I did that? What if I went high up into the air with it? What if I, instead of having it come out of the mines and go, it's going now, what if we went and did it above the base? Which would have some very odd. It would be floating, and although it would work because you don't have to worry about things being kept to the ground. It just looks wrong. I mean, this bridge here looks wrong to me. It's too long, it's too thin, it's got no supports, it's not right. This itself as well, I know, is not there, but the trains on top look correct. They look like they've got the supports. They're not fussed about, you know, how things are. They seem to be working fine. We've got this support thing in the center here, which looks a bit weird, but is sort of proving a point. I mean, I could fix that by taking out that fence in the center there, because it's not actually required. The carts would still go the way they need to be going. So that would be a kind of thing there with the one-way system, but I mean, I could also put the carts onto the ground. On the ground here, going along. It would also fix my problem of not being able to go to the general store with it. I know some of the comments where the bridge looks very industrial and works very well, and I agree with that. I do like the look of it, but it's not entirely practical for what I need to do now. I need to add some way of getting resources from here over to there. And because it's such a large distance, I generally need to have a way of doing it. But I think that will wait until the next episode, because right now I'm just gonna leave it, and I'll leave the game running. I'll have a look, see what's going on there. I'll see if I can figure out something and have a play, and then we shall come back next time, possibly to changes. I'm very tempted to remove all of this wood around the edge of the rails and drop the rails onto the ground level. Have like little ramps here, go along, and then the carts can travel over the top of these. It wouldn't matter to them, that would be fine. Only issue to that is if we have someone dropping off, like here for instance, we have a cart on the floor, it gets in the way. Yeah, it would get in the way. Any cart that parks up to drop off, so if you have a cart drop off at the apothecary or the food market, it would block the trains. So maybe we won't do that, actually. Leave the carts, because I had the idea to put the carts down on the floor and then above them have a line of chutes on either side. One for coal, one for iron, and then one in the centre for stone, or whichever way around they came. Yeah, I think if the base wasn't there, it'd be easy. I'd put it all in the centre and I'd run it down the centre and it'd look fantastic. It's just because the base is in the way. I need to figure out a way to get around the base, or something come along and yeah, have it go. I can't just run it through the base, can I? Can I? No, I can't. Okay. That would look very weird, but it's... Oh! I could have it running through the base, because the base is storage. There's no reason why I couldn't try and figure some of these things out and filter them, like empty the base out of all its goods and then filter the things that I desperately want in there. And I'm very tempted to do that. Very tempted to go and have a line come down the centre from these three, or however we do it, to the base. Have it fill the base up, and then have it come out the other side and just travel along here. I don't know how that would look. Probably weird. Probably very weird. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Let's bring this episode to a close. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I hope to see you again next time. And until then, as always, have fun.